Have you ever wondered what it was truly like to be on a slave ship during the Middle Passage? The journey across the Atlantic was a nightmare of unimaginable proportions, a chapter of history written in the tears and blood of millions. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this dark period, not just to recount the horrors, but to honor the incredible strength of those who survived. Let's start with a name you should know, Equiano. He was just a young boy when he was kidnapped from his home in West Africa and thrust into the hellish belly of a slave ship. Later in life, he wrote a powerful autobiography, one of the first of its kind, giving the world a first-hand account of the slave trade's brutality. His words became a weapon, a voice for the voiceless, fueling the abolitionist movement. He described the suffocating stench, the cries of the dying, and the overwhelming despair that filled the air below deck. His story is a chilling reminder that behind the statistics were real people, with families, dreams, and lives stolen from them. Now let's descend into the hold of one of these ships. Imagine being chained shoulder to shoulder with hundreds of others, crammed into a space so tight you can't even sit upright. The air is thick with the smell of sweat, sickness, and death. Disease ran rampant, dysentery, scurvy, and smallpox turning these wooden prisons into floating coffins. The heat was unbearable, the darkness absolute. People were treated as cargo, their humanity stripped away. Any act of defiance, no matter how small, was met with brutal punishment. Yet even in this abyss, acts of resistance occurred. People would refuse to eat, or even attempt to jump overboard, choosing death over a life of enslavement. These weren't acts of surrender. They were desperate acts of defiance, a final, tragic grasp for freedom. Who were the men steering these ships? The captains and their crews were often hardened individuals, desensitized to the suffering they inflicted. For them, it was a business. The cargo was insured, and their goal was simple: maximize profit. This meant packing as many people as possible into the ships, a practice known as tight packing, fully knowing that a significant percentage would not survive the journey. Some historical records show a chilling indifference, with captains keeping meticulous logs of their human inventory. They navigated by the stars, but their moral compass was lost at sea. They were the architects of this floating hell, profiting from human misery on an industrial scale. But this story is not just one of victimhood. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. For every person who perished, there were others who survived. They endured the unthinkable, clinging to life with a strength we can barely comprehend. They arrived in the Americas, stripped of everything, yet they held on to their cultures, their memories, and a will to live. They formed new communities, new families, and preserved traditions from their homelands. This incredible courage, this ability to find hope in the darkest of places, is the true legacy of the survivors. Their spirit couldn't be broken by chains or cruelty. They laid the groundwork for future generations to fight for freedom and equality. Their story is a powerful reminder that even after the most horrific journeys, the human spirit can and will endure. The Middle Passage is a difficult subject, but it's a history we must confront to understand the world we live in today. The stories of survivors like Equiano teach us about the depths of human cruelty, but also about the heights of human resilience. Thank you for joining us on this solemn journey. To explore more untold stories from history, make sure to subscribe to True Mystery. We'll see you in the next video.